Hello there YouTube, this is Sybils and Bits back at it again with Inkbound. Today we're going to be looking into the Mosscloak class. Now, in the last video we didn't really go into much about like all the different things that can go into the Magma Miner class. We just went ahead and played it. We might go a little bit more in depth into the Mosscloak class because of the fact that there's quite a bit going on with their ascensions, but that may or may not become prevalent, so we'll go ahead and we'll run with that when we get there. But we'll go ahead and start a Silver 3 run again. Again, hopefully we don't get bopped. And we'll give a general overview here after we break this for some cash. So, Mosscloak is kind of the, like, rogue slash assassin class of the game. A lot of people refer to them as Silent from Slay the Spire, and they sort of fit like the same sort of purpose. They're all about crit, dealing poison damage, throwing lots of shurikens around, tons of swing, if you will. Their passive, or their resource, is shurikens. And so every turn we are going to gain 2 shurikens, and the main reason why we have those is to pay them out with flurry. Similar to how Magma Miner wanted to gain lots of heat so that he could do lots of damage with his smash or his 3. Again, our 3 is our payout, and what it does is it does 25 damage, and then for each shuriken that we have, we'll do an additional 25 damage in a long line. Whereas Magma Miner was stuck on single target, Mosscloak gets to throw their shurikens out at range and can potentially kill like 3 things in a line. We can also gain shurikens through throw, which is our basic ability. It deals 35 damage to enemies, has an innate 35% bonus crit damage, and if we crit, we gain another shuriken. Otherwise, our movement ability is Hunter's Dash. It doesn't really do damage like Magma Miner's Leap does, but anything that we move through will get marked. And mark just pretty much guarantees that the next hit on them is going to be a crit, which of course fuels into throw and then into flurry. And you can kind of see how this class just all around has a very good synergetic like combo going on here. We're going to just take a look at these. These are all like actually quite terrible for us. Since we can basically build into poison pretty well with Mosscloak, we might take magic damage because poison is magic damage. None of this is poison damage. We don't really have the defensive capabilities of being able to take spiked and letting enemies hit us. Same with braided acacia. Acacia? Is that how you pronounce that? I don't even know. So we're probably going to go with Tracker's Cleats because it's just good. Evasive basically is a guaranteed dodge for the next attack. We're going to take just generally less damage than usual, which is good because we actually have problems with taking damage. I'll go over that in a bit. Just looking at our options here. I like increased range on Flurry, but I also definitely like getting more base damage on Sharp Throw. So at a baseline, it was dealing 35 damage, which is already like significantly more than Magma Miner does with Bonk. And as we're going to see here, we don't take pacifism. I really don't like slow start on this character, so I guess we're going to deal with getting rooted again. I'll just go ahead and get into a fight here and then finish explaining what I wanted to explain. But needless to say, I think that Mosscloak is definitely... We're going to go with a term that I use a lot in Arcanium. They're the most equal. All classes can clear the game, but some classes are just better at clearing the game. And we're going to start with this. As you can obviously see, compared to Magma Miners 1, this is like almost literally 3 times the size in both width and length. And it already at a baseline did more damage. I guess sort of what the idea is that Magma Miner gets AP now, or not AP, it gets shields with its heat every 2 stacks, and it scales off of hitting multiple people, so they're more about positioning. Whereas Mosscloak is just more about like brain off, go ahead, hit everything with your abilities here. So what we're actually going to do is set up over here. Guaranteed crit, come in, hit this guy. Seems pretty good to me. Oh, I think I also forgot to mention. Oh, I see. So that's what they changed. We now get 2 shurikens at the start of each turn, but we no longer gain them when stuff dies. They used to be very reliable for co-op because you didn't have to actually kill anything in order to get your shurikens back. But now we have 6 shurikens, which is more than enough to kill that. We might need to use a throw. But otherwise, we're just going to go ahead and do most of that damage. Get our cooldowns back, just walk outside here. Can't really hit him. So, since we can't generate shield, enemies that will deal guaranteed damage to us become a higher priority because we can't just gain shield and just tank those enemies that are dealing globally 1 or 2 damage. However, as you can see, we can very easily combo these attacks into one another. Want to make sure that right there. And that allows us to just do all sorts of silliness, honestly. We also have lower cooldowns on our abilities, so we don't necessarily have to rely on orbs as much. And when we do get cooldown reduction, it's much more potent on us than it is on Magma Miner. Basically, since Mosscloak has good general AoE, scales well into crit, and hits a lot of times with Flurry, Mosscloak is significantly better at scaling in this game because they interact with almost every single vestige that is in the game. We want to take ability power here. The only things that they're not very good at is any buffs or effects that are first time on turn or first hit, because of the fact that, well, I mean, throw can do significant damage, but your payout attack flurry is 127 and then a series of 27s after that. So if something's marked and you're trying to flurry it, it's not going to do much of anything. It's just going to crit on the first hit, then the rest are going to roll for crit individually. But, as I said before, if you have something like, say, burn on hits or poison on hits, then unlike all the other classes, you're able to just dump 7 hits onto an enemy. And that's obviously pretty strong. Nobody else can do that. Whittling Mitts is actually very interesting here for a first. Rosy Thorn is also interesting because those enemies that are going to for sure hit us for 1 or 2 globally, we're able to block for most of that, as long as we only leave like 1, maybe 2 of them on the field. But Frostbite is something that we didn't really go into with the Magma Miner. It is whenever an enemy is hit, it will take 10 magic damage per stack of Frostbite that they have. And it's it's pretty good. It's also magic damage, right? So also increasing that by another 5 because that's what this frostbite damage does. So we're doing 15 damage per hit. We hit a lot of times. This is going to allow us to start actually cashing in on our magic damage quest. And generally I would want stats here, but let's see what they give us. Because there's a couple of events here that would be pretty big for us. Okay. So this event here is obviously much better because of the fact that we don't get as many augments as we normally do. You know what? Give me a rare. We got an extra shuriken per turn. Okay. Seems good. That enemy's a little annoying, but we might as well farm a couple of shurikens off him. I don't think that we actually crit. Oh no, we had to get one. Okay. Considering how exactly we're going to deal with this, if I dash into here, I'll end up in this ink and take 5 damage to the face. I'd prefer not to do that. So I'm thinking it's probably going to look something a little bit like this. I think we're going to use our flurry here. We can't really afford to wait till the next time that he comes up. We need to reinforce now. Now these are enemies that are going to guarantee hit us for 2 damage because they have the spears, and obviously we're not really keen on that. So if this was an active combat situation and I had that worm over there, I would actually focus these guys out because of the fact that I can't block normally. Can I hit both of them? Yes, I can. Okay. That seems much better. One of the best relics in the game. We take it. I guess of these options, I would much prefer to crit more often because it gives us more shurikens. Now here we're looking for poison vapors. Unfortunate. All of these are pretty good though, especially Cleave, because it actually deals like a decent amount of damage. It deals as much damage as Smash does, and it's AoE and hits more than one target, unlike Smash. So, pretty good. I'll take an uncommon augment for a harder fight. Physical resist, huh? We should be fine. Trying to thread the needle here. It's looking like it's not going to really work. That got the reinforce, which is nice. We're going to take a little bit of damage here. I'm willing to do that. There we go. And the poison should deal most of your health. We got the next reinforce anyway, so we're perfectly fine with him not being dead. Or we'll just kill him anyways, I guess. Gain even more damage? That's tempting. Also, due to the fact that we're getting 3 shurikens a turn, I kind of like Quicken Flurry. That way we get Flurry every single turn. I think just getting more base damage. It's a little crazy, but... J Key, that's the 5%, baby. You love to see it. This run's pretty much going to win now. If I die with a legendary, then I don't even know. Can I get a hundo? Okay, we want to come back to this. I definitely don't need it for this fight, but I want to be able to roll that twice, and each roll is 200. Hit him with the bleed. Bleed has been reworked. It is now permanent, but it's 5 physical damage at the end of each turn. So I'm stacking basically just another DOT on this guy. That's fine by me. Actually, we can eat this. Let's just eat it. Spears, huh? That's actually, like, incredibly annoying. We definitely want to get out of this bomb. Guess we'll just move out of their range here. That's going to prevent him from attacking. Then we're just going to hit him with all that. Dear Lord, he's dying. It's that easy. Yeah, again, when you inflict 5 stacks of poison on hit and you hit 11 times, I don't know. It's quite good. Plus 100% crit damage on your next hit. That's actually quite interesting. I'm also debating just increasing the base damage of this, since this is going to be our other solve problem skill. Gain 1 shuriken for each enemy you pass through. Sounds pretty good. Otherwise, Deadly Dance is relatively good too. Being able to crit or kill something to get our cooldown back on Hunter's Dash is a way to make sure that we always have access to it. But I don't know, since we're going poison, I think Shuriken Jutsu is just so good. We'll go with that. And now we can go ahead and re-roll this legendary twice. So we're going to try and make sure that it's something that we really want. I'll be perfectly honest with you, Trickster's Hook is already pretty damn good. We're gonna reroll though. Zephyrian is also pretty damn good. Yeah, early predators. It's only 20 ability power, but that's like triple damage. Seems pretty good to me. And we'll be able to get that by the end of this act here easily. I'd like to turn in this quest, thank you. For this ridiculous thing. We don't get it, but that's part of the meta progression in this game, is you complete quests to unlock more stuff that then goes into like the vestige pool, similar to how you unlock items in Risk of Rain. Of these things, I still would rather crit more, especially now. Like, this extra magic power isn't going to be necessary. We're going to get tons of ability power, which is better magic power. Each time an enemy is hit, they take 10% less damage. I'm not even sure that we care about that, especially because of the fact that these are pretty suffer. We'll go ahead and do this. We're theoretically going to stack so much poison that it's not going to matter. It is going to be annoying, though. I'll tell you that much. It's going to make our final boss take quite a long time. Okay. I really don't want to waste that. I just realized too that shurikens is pretty garbage when we take ink shell. Oh no. We'll be fine though. Not too concerned. I swore I was able to get both of them here. There we go. And you're dead from poison, so I really don't care. We actually may not get our magic damage because I put too much power into Oh no. It's okay, we pretty much got like the legendary that we want anyways. I'll tell you what though, this will certainly help us out. This would be good if we had taken the Trickster's Hook to gain ability power by dodge, because then we could just take one hit, hopefully we dodge. If we dodge, then we get to gamble for another hit. And taking a little bit of damage isn't bad anyways, so I'd probably be willing to take about 2-3 damage per fight. We'll take Controlled Explosives simply because it's going to get us more magic damage on the field. It's something. Jinx is a way to deal magic damage. We'll go ahead and we'll take that. I was considering Cone of Frost because, again, how good we are at doing stuff like that. But now that we put on Ink Shell, Frostbite's actually pretty bad because it counts as an extra hit. No es bueno. Don't really want a key, but might as well have that over other such things. Yeah, we're not going to be able to thread that needle there. Okay. I accidentally used my fish. It was a bad fish for us anyways. That'll solve those problems. Again, this guy's going to root us next turn. We'd rather that not happen, but I'd also much rather this guy not get to hit us for free. Looking at the damage there. Again, if this guy wants to root me, he can come all the way up here and do it. What? I don't know how to handle that. Inflict more poison. I mean, might as well. And we might as well go here. Make Jinx free. Sounds pretty good. Shielding Cleave also sounds pretty good. I think, though, that we're going to make Jinx free for the sake of just being able to use it for a free payout attack. I think all those are good options, though. Again, due to the fact that we're building up shurikens much more than normal, I definitely like Quicken Flurry, so that each turn you can just go ahead and just dump everything that you got for more poison on enemies. We need money. We currently need more money more than we need better items, if you can believe that. Okay, that's a problem solved. Excuse me, what was that? Oh, I know why I inflicted 15. That's a bug. There we go. So you're pretty much dead. How much is this at? 16 already. It's almost capped. I like it. And since we have free Jinx, I'm going to just go ahead and drop that over there. Whoops, we crit. You can say that for next turn. Trying to pad for our quest, but it's not looking so good. Tell you what, Sea Trickle feels pretty good. Is that going to help us for the boss, though? Because the boss, we're probably not going to just outright kill tentacles, although we do have this ridiculous throw that we've built. Maybe Quill Charm is better for us? Flameo I just unlocked. That seems pretty freaking good, but not for us particularly right now. Just dealing 13 damage to everything every turn? Well, I mean, I guess we'll just get another legendary, right? This one we won't roll, and then we'll buy whichever one shows up in the end shop, because, well, if you can't make money with Magma Miner, just get lucky. Disassembly Prototype is pretty much the one that we're going to use. Interesting. They renamed this, but the buff is still... Guess I don't need to send a replay for that. We're going to take this, though, because it's, like, the best thing for us. Like, either one of these that we get is pretty freaking good. As opposed to double the stacks of all burn on all enemies doesn't really do much for us. It's interesting, though. We got offered 2 of these. If we would have taken those and the Flameo, I wonder if it would have given 4 stacks of burn to all enemies every turn. Interesting. It's more order of operations than anything. Now, I'm actually debating if we do go back and ascend another ability. I don't even think that it's necessary, to be perfectly honest. Because we'll get another ascension here. I would prefer to have this thing just dead. And then let's just start stacking poison on this guy. What did we get, by the way? We got crit chance? Oh my god. Okay, well then what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And then this. Okay. Everybody bunch up. $140, still not quite enough. Try and get you. Let's also hit you to put some poison on you. Might as well. And definitely don't want to stand here. Are we able to get down? No, we can't get this for free. Shame. So I guess we'll sit right here. Aw, jeez. We are really just phasing you for free. Well, now that you only have one enemy protecting you, we might as well just blow you up. It's ridiculous. I'd almost be willing to take another cleave here. Enchanting Jinx honestly doesn't do much for us due to the fact that we don't really have any magical abilities. A free prepared dash, though. Oh, we have Shuriken Jutsu. Yeah, that's actually quite nice. But somehow I feel like just making this deal an additional 100 damage is pretty good. We're gonna go with that. Okay, we have the option of Poison Shot. Or we can make our thing ricochet to multiple enemies. I think we're going for Poison Shot, though. Because 10 stacks of poison is just absolutely ludicrous. Ricochet very well could have been the right move, now that I think about it, though. Especially with how much, like, raw damage we do. Because we took the plus 10 2 times. What did we get? We got raw physical power. So we just one-shot you guys. Okay. Don't want to deal with you. Sounds good. We're gonna get our legendary. Let's go. Pendant of the Weaver. Okay. Sounds good. If we would die, become invulnerable. Seems better to me than frostbite right now. These are honestly hot garbage. Reroll these. Bloodthirsty Clee. I wonder how that works with the boss. I wonder how that works in general. This really isn't the run for me to test that. Increasing Jinx's base damage by like 50% though seems pretty good. Okay, at this point, let's get a little bit of crit damage. That'll save our life too. At the start of your turn, inflict shock on all enemies. Oh my good lord, why? No, we want Baylor's Tongue though. That's probably our best thing here. And we could take that instead of controlled explosives. That's not going to do much for us in this next fight. So our crit chance is 26%, assuming that we don't hit crit on our random buff ability. So before I started this recording, I hit up the Inkbound Discord and was like, yo, I'm playing a Mosscloak run. How many turns do you think until I kill Argoloth? One dude said 10. I'd honestly be embarrassed. I said 3, which might be a bit close, but I like to think that we can do it. If you guys believe, be sure to put it down in the comments below. Yeah, we're about to phase him right now. Okay, there's the phase. I'm willing to take 5 to add a little bit more poison. Maybe. He's doing the laser beam, huh? It's a pretty decent crit, honestly. I'd like to hit you. We probably just need to get grabbed. On purpose, of course. We'll go ahead and we'll take this. So that was what, 5 turns? Much more than 10. I don't know. Or much better than 10. So hopefully that was still entertaining for you guys. I feel like I wasn't really explaining that much about, you know, the game and stuff like that. I did a lot of like overall meta explanation in the first Magma Miner video. In this video, I kind of like explained why Mosscloak is like better than everybody else, and then we drew like 2 jade keys. We didn't even use the shop and buy something, did we? Oh no, we did. We have 4 legendaries. My apologies. Yeah, I don't know what else to say, really. Poison's still hella strong, even though they nerfed it by like half, because you just apply it much better than you do burn. Like, for instance, that one, the Flameo, right, applies 1 burn to everything, so then it goes down by 1 and then it disappears. So it's 10 damage to everything, 15 technically, because it also had burn damage on it. Or you can just apply 5 stacks of poison every hit, and so that's 25 magic damage to anything you hit once. You generally hit things at least twice a turn. With Mosscloak, you hit more than 1 enemy every time you hit things, or you use your flurry and hit things 11 times. Yeah, it's pretty freaking good. I don't know. This was just nice to have. Wasn't necessary because we really didn't get anywhere close. We were spending our life pretty well. The evasion definitely saved us from a laser beam. Predator's Quintessence honestly probably won us this run, and we got it very early. Baylor's Tongue was just icing on the cake. If we would have gotten Baylor's Tongue and would have rolled the crit chance on the disassembly prototype, then that pretty much just would have been GG in my opinion. But at least this got buffed because we got physical damage. I don't know. Anyways, this was a pretty good setup over here. Like, Jinx honestly ended up not doing much of anything for us, but actually double bolstered cleave was very interesting, I think. As was just adding plus 10 damage here. Yeah, thinking about it, Ricochet was probably the best move, because then we would be able to target multiple tentacles at once and just get more damage out there, instead of just stacking all the damage on one thing. Anyways, if you liked the video, that's great. We're going to be doing Weaver next. If you have any other sorts of feedback, be sure to leave that down in the comments below. Any questions, concerns, misplay alerts. I forget what the 4th one is. Anyways, I'll catch you guys next time.